What's good, people? Samurai Lee here. I'm with the man, 13-0, super middleweight, ferocious Darryll Williams.
How you doing, people?
Just recently vacated his Southern Area title. Tell me a little bit about that, Darryll. Why did you feel the need to give up the title?
Giving up the title, basically, you know, at first, for a while, I was being told by my manager that we couldn't really get a defense fight for it. And, you know, a few names got brought forward, but now we're going on to the higher platform of fighting on, you know, BoxNation and stuff. You know, we decided to basically, we could go on a different route and, you know, just...
Yeah. Obviously that's something that is really, you know, you've been Mickey Elliott fighter, managed by him and fought on his shows. And tell me a little bit about how the Frank Warren came up with the promotional side of BoxNation.
Well, yeah, getting signed up to BoxNation, basically, my manager at the start was Dean Powell. You know, God bless his heart. Everything just went haywire. Like
Yeah.
a lot of boxers were out of management and stuff like that. You know, and I went into the office and I asked them basically, like, can you help me? Like, what can you do? You know, and they said, all right, look, you know, your record's small now. You only had like 4 fights, so build up yourself. We can put you in touch with Mickey Elliott, and we just went from there.
Yeah.
So the deal was always like to come back once I got to like 10-0, come back. Once I got to a decent record and come back. But you know, so yeah, we waited it out a little bit, got a few more fights under the belt, and now we come back round.
Now for people who ain't seen you fight, tell us, describe your style. There's a reason your name's Ferocious, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. You know, my fighting style's pretty aggressive. You know, I'm a come forward fighter. You know, use a lot of evasive tactics while coming forward. You know, so I don't really get hit as much. I know how it sounds. I'm not being cocky, do you know what I mean? But I don't really get hit as much as people would expect. You know, so yeah, and I am trying to take your head off every time I throw a punch. So you know,
it's exciting to see. And like I've followed your career for, I think, a full fight. I heard about you. I remember the Built for War hashtag was something that sort of stuck out and it captured my imagination. And I looked into your fights and it's definitely suits you, man. The style, I love your style. And for your weight, a super middleweight, obviously most guys are a lot taller, rangier.
Yeah.
You use the uppercut you go to the body and then the uppercut a lot. I love that style.
Yeah.
And I just think your style really works well. It's not many super middleweights have that style. So
yeah,
it's a style I really like seeing, and I'm looking forward to seeing it on a bigger platform now on BoxNation.
Yeah.
Your next show, your next fight rather, is 2 weeks, isn't it? And on is it York Hall, I believe?
Yeah, it's a York Hall show on the 9th of June. My next fight. So yeah. So unfortunately it's a Thursday night, but we're gonna have to make do. Yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, we're gonna get out there. We're gonna do the business. We're gonna do some fireworks, mate.
So you're 2 weeks. How long have you been in training for this one then?
I've been in training since I've probably had about a 12-week camp now. Yeah. To be honest.
Are you someone who sort of, when you haven't got a fight booked, are you always in the gym? You like to stay active, or you take a few months off, or how do you?
No, I'm always in the gym. I'm always in the gym. I think being inactive is probably the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, I don't even like taking a week off.
Yeah.
Because once I get back to the gym after that week, I feel a bit sloppy, bit of rust.
Timing's out.
Timing's a bit out. Like, I don't like that feeling. Like, I like to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a few rare fighters that do it. I mean, the best of them, the Floyd Mayweathers, they're always ready. They stay ready and then prepare even more. So growing up, who were your idols? Who did you look up to and think, he's one of my favourite fighters. He stands out for me.
To be honest, growing up, I wasn't really into boxing growing up. I used to get into a lot of street fights when I was younger, so I kind of knew how to fight before I started boxing, but I didn't have like a technique or any sort of, like, you told me to throw a jab, I wouldn't have been able to throw a jab. Do you know what I mean? But you know, I kind of knew how to fight anyway. But I only started boxing at about 18.
How old are you now?
I'm 26 now.
26 now.
Yeah, so I've only been boxing 7 years. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, I've got to where I've got to quite quickly. Yeah. You know, where a lot of people that I know, they've been probably boxing since I was about 5 years old.
So did you have any amateur bouts, or you just,
I only had nine amateur bouts. I only had 9 amateur bouts. I didn't win them all either. You know, I think I won about 4 or maybe 5. Yeah. You know, but while I was an amateur, I used to spar with a lot of top professionals, which is what built me up.
So yeah, in East Dulwich now. This your neck of the woods. This is where you born and raised.
Yeah, this is where I born and raised. As it goes, I had a big bloody fight over there actually, around the corner over there. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a bit of a memory lane coming down there.
Getting paid for these tear-ups.
At least I'm getting paid for the tear-ups now. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So where's your gym? Where do you train out
of? I train up in Bromley Common, and the gym's called iBox. And my trainers Eddie Lamb and Alan Smith. You know, the trainers of Bradley Skeet and Lewis Petit. You know, so
you got some good fighters down there.
Yeah, we got some good fighters.
Now, am I right in saying you went to Vegas and did some training out in Las Vegas?
Yeah, I did some training over in Mayweather's gym and down at the Top Rank gym. Did a bit of sparring as well down there.
How was that?
That was an experience that I cannot really. I can't really explain it. Do you know what I mean? Let alone the excitement of being over there.
Yeah.
Like, I actually met Mayweather as well. He touched gloves with me and all that stuff. I was like, bloody hell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And he's like, what's good, family? You know what I mean? So even that in itself was good to be there. But you know, the heat and the way they canvas their rings are different as well.
Yeah.
You know, so their rings is quite like padded. So when you're moving around, it's like basically
it takes a little while to get used to it.
Yeah, like your legs go quicker because over here, it's easier.
How long was you out
around.
there for?
I was out there for 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
I was out there for 2 weeks. I was literally sparring every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
I guess that's an experience.
Yeah.
You can't even buy that.
No, you can't get nothing.
How did that
like
come
back.
about then? Did Mickey set it up with their camp?
Yeah, Mickey's been over there before, with fighters before, and I think. You know, he just said, yeah, Darryll, like, come over now. It's your time now. Like, come over. You know, and we got out there, and it was just me and him at this time anyway. So I kind of got like the full focus of everything.
Yeah.
You know, which was good. You know, and yeah, it was so beneficial. I came back and won the Southern Area and around. You know, off of that. You know?
Was that the Richard Horton fight?
Yeah, that was a Richard Horton.
I saw that fight. I mean, you got him out there with relative ease, and he's a fighter who's been around. You know, he's fought the likes of Tony Dodson and stuff, so that's a really impressive victory.
Yeah.
So where do you go now? Obviously, the traditional route, maybe English, British. Is that something you're looking at in the next year, 18 months, or have you got anyone on your radar you'd like to be fighting? Is it
to be fair, I can't really answer that. I don't know what sort of plans they would have, or we could make a plan, then it all goes completely different.
Things change, don't they?
Do you know what I mean? But I was told that I could be getting like a WBO Intercontinental or something like that this year, you know, to obviously get me into that ranking and build up through that way. But you know, it's still
play
in
it by ear, see what comes up.
What
opportunities are going to arise either way. And like you said, now you're on this platform, Frank Warren. You know, I'm sure these opportunities will arise for you.
You know, I don't mind what route I go. I'll fight anyone. If they told me to fight this guy, I'll fight him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, but at the end of the day, it's all down to management and how they feel this can progress you and stuff like that. There's a lot more politics than just us as fighters saying
management. And
it's just us as fighters saying, oh yeah, let's have a fight then, and you know what I mean. So
what's in 10 years when you look back, or however long, what do you want to have achieved in the game? What would you like to look back on and go, you know what, I achieved my goal, which was British title, or is it world, or you know, is there anything, or you just sort of enjoying doing what you're doing and see where it takes you?
To be honest, I want it all.
You want it all?
I want it all. I want it all. I'd fight for every belt if I could. I'd fight for English, British. I've won the Southern Air, run an international masters. You know, I'd go European. I'd if I could, I'd go for everything. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I can. I'm not saying I could beat everyone, but I'd definitely try. You know what I mean?
13-0 record doesn't lie. You know what I mean? You're on the way up. I was at the press conference yesterday. George Groves and Martin Murray, obviously it's your weight. Yeah. They're the massive British fights. You want to be getting involved
in. So definitely. I was recently sparring Groves a few months ago actually. You know what I mean? It was a good spar, you know, and you know it was a good thing to be in a ring with someone that's fought at that caliber, at that level. You know what I mean?
The massive platforms he's been on. You know,
definitely. So I know the experience. Yeah, the experience he's got. You know, it's amazing.
It's been a pleasure meeting you, mate.
You too, mate.
And we'll be looking forward to seeing you on BoxNation.